What's up, you guys? Namicon here, bringing you my perspective of what entertainment is bringing us. And today we will be talking about Shape Shift with Me, the seventh studio album by Against Me. And as of I'm recording this video, it's their most recent output. Released on September 16th, 2016, it received praise from fans of the band for sticking to their sound to what made them good and engaging to begin with. They didn't go to any sort of trends at the time, which apparently is hard to do with many bands these days. So I respect Against Me for sticking to their roots. It did chart though. It peaked at number 80 on the Billboard 200. Not high, but compared to many other punk rock bands at the time, that's pretty good, I would say. Let us go track by track on Shape Shift with Me, starting with Provision L3, which is the shortest song in the album by far, and shows you how much the band are capable of. They are a punk rock band, and it seems they did not let go of their roots. It's rough, it goes hard, this is your standard punk rock song, and I could not have it any other way. It's a great way to start off the album. The next song is called 1203. Against Me is led by Laura Jane Grace, who is actually trans. She was born as Thomas James Gable. She made her transition around 2012, and that became notable in the music industry because she became one of the first punk rock musicians to come out as trans. And honestly, good on her. It looks like she's enjoying life, and I'm glad that people accepted her transition. Next song is called Boyfriend. Shape Shift with Me was released with no singles whatsoever. In fact, none of the songs made it to the radio. I guess that's why not a lot of people know about it. But I'm here to change that because it's a really good album. Great, even. Next song is called Crash, which was one of the few songs from that album to have a music video. It's also two of the 12 songs that Lauren J. Grace wrote the lyrics to by herself. Usually during the writing process, the whole band gets to contribute. But there are times where Laura writes herself gets to write the song herself, and this song was one of those. The next song is called Delicate, Petite, and Other Things I'll Never Be, which is a mouthful. I wasn't familiar with Against Me before I decided to check this album out. I mean, I was aware of their existence before, but I just never sought their music out. But thankfully, with the pressure with a couple of my music peers, I decided to check out Shape Shift with Me, and man, I wish I checked them out when this album came out because in 2016, I was pretty deep into pop punk. Although Against Me aren't pop punk at all, I probably would have seeked them out because I was looking for that kind of music at that time. Better late than never, I guess. Next song is called 333, which is my favorite song in the album. Shape Shift with Me apparently features a shift vocal change for Laura Jane Grace. She's going for a spoken word structure in her singing, with 333 being one of those examples. And man, it's done beautifully. It's one of the slower songs of the album, but man, they did not waste any second. Laura's presence on not just this song, but the whole entire album is really hard to ignore. She went all out in the album, and frankly, that's punk rock as fuck, and I could not have it any better. The next song is called Haunted, Haunting, and Haunt. This was the second song unveiled before the release of their seventh album Shape Shift with Me on August 10th, 2016. This song was a part of Adult Swim's singles program in 2016, which is pretty cool. It brings more awareness to the band. The next song is called Dead Rats. This song is about Laura and her marriage with Heather, and it feels like their marriage is falling apart. And one of the lyrics, it says it was a nice dream, but it was a naive fucking fantasy. It makes a very clear portrait about their marriage and how they're trying to keep it together before the inevitable end. It's yeah, it's a pretty dark song, but it's a banger. And then the last four songs are Rebecca, Norse Truth, Suicide Bomber, and All This and More. All those are all those are bangers. They're absolute bops. I can't think of a bad song in the album. It's just the the album is great. Honestly, this is For someone who for a first impression on Against Me, this is a very strong start, and I'm interested in checking out their other their other projects because this is a really good album. Probably one of my favorites of 2016, if I'm being honest. I kind of wish I checked them out earlier, but hey, like I said, it's better late than never, I guess. But so for me, Shapeshift with Me gets a 4.5 out of 5. There's no bad songs whatsoever. It kind of drags, but like I said, it's an absolute. All the songs are bangers. All the songs are bops. Laura Jane Grace's presence is hard to ignore. They went all out. The guitars are they're rough. They go hard, and the production is really good too. And you can tell this was made by an indie label because the production is rough around the edges. But since it's a punk rock album, I'll let it slide. Overall, what did you think of Shapeshift with Me by Against Me? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and make sure you follow my Instagram, join my Discord, and you follow my backlog account down in the description down below. This is Namikon, and I'll see you next time.